And please welcome Omar, representing Starknet Foundation, talking about Starknet as Ethereum's answer to Solana.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So the presentation is in Spanish, but who here doesn't speak Spanish? Oh, it's a big share. So let's do it in English, and hopefully you can more or less get the sense of the presentation. So before starting, I want to celebrate, because after the blobs, we got started as one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest blockchain, the cheapest layer 2 in Ethereum. And this is amazing because precisely the talk of today relates with Solana. And for some moments, we have had transactions that are cheaper than in Solana. So I think this is the first time ever that we have had transactions cheaper than Solana. So we can finally say that we're getting somewhere near to Solana's effectiveness in that sense, even though they took certain shortcuts and so on. But let's talk about that. So this is a great moment for Ethereum. It just happened a month ago, so I'm very happy, very excited about the future, and I think we're near there. So, well, this is general for other blockchains too, but the Starknet is one of the cheapest right now. Sorry, one of the layers too. So what I want to talk about today is first analyze the reasons behind the success of Solana. So why? Because I think who here are mostly Solana people, like more related to development in Solana. So this is going to be and about Ethereum, who is more like a builder in Ethereum, or also Ethereum. Okay, so we are majority. Will be easier. So let's admit that Solana has some very good stuff. They have something good going. They have an amazing community. They have had some problems recently, but well, let's not talk about that, but maybe talk about the success of Solana. So what are the reasons behind this? Then we can go on and see what we can learn in the Ethereum world from Solana. And third, understand why Starknet as a layer 2 to Ethereum is an answer from Ethereum to Solana. So the first step, let's see what are the reasons behind Solana's success. So Solana has a lot of new accounts, plus big TVL. So Solana is very, very successful in terms of a lot of addresses, a lot of people, all the meme coins, all that kind of stuff. Solana has done amazingly well. Also Solana, and maybe more important for me, Solana has amazing applications. So I saw a recent tweet asking, what do you think are the most important or more interesting applications on top of Solana? And a lot of people talk about Audius. I don't know, who of you are using Audius? Audius. Okay, only one person, but this is a very interesting case of study. And also they have been integrating with their cell phone, which seems very interesting. They have been integrating with Shopify, Visa. They have this like camera where you can take some videos and then sell it as data for AI models, and then you will receive tokens. So they have huge integrations. A lot of this has to do with account abstraction, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So they have amazing total value lock, they have amazing community, and they have a lot of applications. So I think this is what superficially makes Solana great. Now the second step is to analyze what they are doing that we can apply in Ethereum. So to me, the main reason that Solana is being successful is that they are giving entrepreneurs, they are giving people that are building startups the opportunity to compete against Web 2 companies. And this is very important. We as Web 3, we need to provide Web 2 entrepreneurs with the tools so they can compete against, for example, Spotify in the Audius case. This is crucial. And Solana is giving these companies, these entrepreneurs, that opportunity, while Ethereum layer 1 is not. So we need to learn from that. And basically, what Solana has this motto that says, only in Solana. So Solana has this saying about only in Solana, because they believe that it can only be done in Solana, and they might be right currently. So to me, that only in Solana thing is about two things. The first one is native account abstraction. Who of you know what account abstraction is? So most of you, this is amazing. And the second thing is that they have fast, well, right now it's debatable, but they usually have fast transactions and low fees. So for me, the only in Solana thing is two things. First one is account abstraction at a native level, and second, fast transactions at a lower cost. Now, Ethereum has that. No, layer one, it doesn't have that. Arbitrum has it. Arbitrum has these two things. Can someone tell me? Fast transactions, low fees, account abstraction natively. No, sorry? Not yet. It doesn't have account abstraction. What about Optimism? Optimism has these two things. No, it doesn't. But Starknet, it doesn't have the fast transactions yet, but Starknet has the low fees that you saw before and the abstract abstraction, the AA. So basically, we are on the way to get there. But right now, Ethereum, I think, is not there yet. Of course, let's not talk about the Solana's approach to decentralization and the possibly shortcuts that they have taken and so on. Let's just focus on this stuff. So now let's think and see what one can be applied to Ethereum case. So again, only in Solana, not for longer, because we believe that Ethereum will soon be at a point that can compete with Solana, at least in the Starknet case, or to any other layer 2 that could be secure but also have account abstraction natively, which maybe Arbitrum is working on that. Also, CK Sync is working on that, but currently, to my knowledge, it's only Starknet. Oh. I'm going backwards. Okay. So that brings me back to the topic that applications, the centralized applications, has to have the tools to compete against Web2 companies. Why? Because to me, maybe the most relevant feature that an entrepreneur can give that we can give to an entrepreneur and this person can give to their audience is that we can have self-custody of our funds. So this money belongs to us. Nobody's going to be able to take it from you. These NFTs belong to you. And that is a feature that we can give to the common people in the street, right? Is that enough? Is that enough for Web3 to reach billions of people? Is that a feature that would be appealing to your mother, for example? I don't know. Possibly not. But we want this because blockchain, it doesn't matter if it's Solana, if it's Ethereum, if it is whatever. We want blockchain to give self-custody to billions of people. Now, this feature is enough for its adoption? I don't know. I have my questions. But we need to give the entrepreneurs the ability to apply this as easily as possible, and that is something that Solana is doing. So as a use case, is audios. Sorry, there's a video here, but it's only going through audios. But basically, audios is a platform that is very interesting. It's interesting to me that a lot of you don't know about audios. I didn't know about audios before this talk, but audios is competing head-to-head against Spotify. It's basically a platform that gives sovereignty to artists. So ethically, it's better than Spotify. Like, again, it's a blockchain application. It is giving self-custody and more rights to artists. So again, ethically, it's better than Spotify. And in an ideal world, it will be more used than Spotify. But no one here in this blockchain conference, maybe no one is using audios. So I think they are. One guy is using audios. Two persons, sorry. Well, it's a very low percentage from here. So that is not a good news. Ideally, everyone should be using audios, right? But they are not. So analyzing audios, as you can see, this news from March 10. So this is very recently. This 383 million crypto project is competing against Spotify. So they are facing a huge rival. They are trying to provide self-custody to artists. Are they going to make it? I don't know. Not a lot of people are using audios as we can see it. Hopefully, we will start using audios more, even though if it's in Solana and we might be from Ethereum or whatever, they give more rights to their artists than Spotify does, but it's a big rivalry there. Well, no, I don't know if even Spotify considers Audius a rival. It's very hard. So why Audius changed? Because Audius used to be in the Ethereum virtual machine, and they changed it for Solana. The question is why? Why? Because they need to compete against Spotify, and for that, they argue that they need low fees and make it fast. And Ethereum was not, at that moment it wasn't, well, and today it wasn't ready for that. So they had to change Ethereum for Solana. So we don't want, in the Ethereum world, we don't want that to happen. But this is happening. And it is a fact, and this is not good. Well, for Ethereum at least. So again, this brings me back to what is relevant for Audius, for companies like Audius. First of all, we need account abstraction. It's not an option. It's not a candy. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. This is something that Ethereum, it has taken long enough for Ethereum to adapt account abstraction. So we have account abstraction in Ethereum, but I don't know if you have ever used like these smart wallets, kind of like. Well, who has used smart wallets here? You know that they have big fees for transactions. So they are not at the point yet where they are that usable. And I don't know if you know it, but Solana has account abstraction natively. This is something that they don't talk a lot about it, but they have account abstraction natively. And this is a must for us. And Starknet has native account abstraction. And this allows to do some very cool stuff. Sorry, I forgot a slide. Okay. The second thing, I will go back to account abstraction in a minute, but the second thing that they need, again, is the low cost and the fast transactions. And again, finally, we had a transaction in the Starknet that cost one cent of a dollar. So we sent tokens for 1 cent of a dollar, and the same day, one transaction in Solana was 2 cents of a dollar. So it was the double at that moment. So we could say that finally, I think, we had a layer 2 processing transactions for a lower fee than Solana. So we are getting there. We are getting to the point where Solana is. This has been a long fight, but we are getting there. And at the same time, we need a lot of developers, as many developers as possible, so we can manage to build these new applications, the new Audius, for example. And for that, we need to onboard more and more developers. And this is an issue that the blockchain ecosystem has. This is the developer reports by Electric Capital, and it measures the number of developers. And these are very bad news because we have been losing a lot of developers all over the blockchain ecosystem. Solana, for example, lost almost 40% of their developers in a single year. So this is bad news. Ethereum lost almost 20%, while Starknet is still growing in number of developers. So we want more developers. So if anyone here is a developer and is interested in building in Starknet, please let me know so I can show you more or less where you can go. And we try to onboard a lot of developers. So just talk to me and we can see what can we do together. But well, for this is for us a priority. So now the question is it possible to get near the Web2 experience with Web3? Again, this is very, very hard. And I think this is the key for Solana success. And now this brings me to the third question, like the third step and final step. Why Starknet is Ethereum's answer to Solana? So this was a meme, actually. So it appeared on Twitter. So our founder, Eliben Sasson, said, hey, Starknet is Ethereum's answer to Solana. And people started to talk about this. And, well, I think Solana has some cool stuff, as we have seen before. And we are trying to not imitate, but we're trying to get there. The first of all is account abstraction. So in the Ethereum ecosystem, there are a lot of zero-knowledge EVMs. And most of them are similar. We know that. We are using Solidity. They have more or less the same stuff. Some are faster, some are cheaper, but in the end, it's kind of the same. They are trying to imitate the powers of the Ethereum virtual machine. Now, is the Ethereum virtual machine all-powerful? Of course not. It has several issues that are being improved by the day. But I think we honestly need something urgent. We need something now. So Starknet is among these different blockchains, these different layer twos. We're trying to do something different. And not because we want to be cool and say, hey, we're doing something different from all these guys. No, it's because I think we believe that is the way to go. We need to diverge from the Ethereum virtual machine, such as Solana did. And that was okay, that was perfect. So we are trying to find our way in that part. So that is a kind of abstraction, lower fees, different type of zero-knowledge technology, and so on. And that is what Starknet is. So we are different. And this brings me to this use case that I was looking before. Who of you have played with Sorare? Sorare. Or who of you know about Sorare? Okay, some of you know about Sorare. Sorare is a very, very interesting case. Not a lot of people know about Sorare. To me, Sorare is the most successful blockchain company right now. And a lot of people don't know about Sorare. Sorare is basically, for example, yesterday I was looking at the Manchester City against Real Madrid game, and you could see Sorare in the advertising in the field. Sorare in that match. So, and this is amazing, right? And these guys, the bear markets, they didn't even feel the bear market. For them, there wasn't a bear market. They are basically a company that is a fantasy soccer game. So you have your trading cards, and you can create your own team, and you can trade the cards and have some earnings from that. They are currently the main fantasy sponsor for MLB, NBA, I think NFL, La Liga, the Premier League. So, for example, if you look into their website, if you look in Google for Sorare, you will find Messi as one of the ambassadors of Sorare. So Sorare is huge. Sorare is a unicorn. Sorare is amazing. Sorare is the leader right now in fantasy games, and they are on top of Starknet. They also have account structure. So why didn't I said something very important, that is that they didn't feel the bear market at all. Why? Because they do not depend on the prices of Ethereum or other tokens. Why? Because their users are not blockchain users. This could be your dad, your brother, your grandparents, I don't know. People that are interested only in making your team in the MLB or something like that and play with fantasy. And these people are not blockchain enthusiasts. They simply want to have a nice play, right? So these guys don't care about the price of Ethereum. And this is, for me, this is the goal of the blockchain ecosystem. That people don't even know that they're using blockchain technology beneath. Why? Because you don't say people, hey, I'm using Amazon Web Services in my product. It's the equivalent to say, I'm using Starknet or Solana. People don't care. They want just to play their fantasy game or listen to music with audios and so on. And if you look into Sorare's webpage, they don't even mention the word NFT while they are using NFTs. If you go into Audio's webpage, they don't even use the NFT word or tokens or blockchain or whatever. So this is the goal. I think two of the most successful companies right now in the blockchain ecosystem don't even mention blockchain in their website. So this is something interesting. And you cannot do this right now with a lot of different blockchains. But you can do it with Starknet, like Sorare, and you can do it with Solana, with Audios. So this is very, 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 very interesting. And now Sorare, as Audios, Sorare also changed the EVM for Starknet. Okay? Instead of Solana, they changed to Starknet. So again, these companies that are actually competing in the Web 2, they are competing and they are winning in the Web 2, they changed the EVM. And this is not a coincidence. And why did they change? Again, exactly the same reasons as Audios. They want lower fees, better UX, thanks to account abstraction, and a bigger security in the case of Starks with the Starknet. So Sorare is a giant. So I really recommend that you check Sorare. To me, again, is the most successful company in blockchain. And a lot of people don't even know it because they don't advertise themselves as blockchain company. They used to sponsor HCC, for example, or blockchain companies. Then they stopped doing that. I don't know. Maybe they want to distance a little bit from the blockchain ecosystem. I don't know. Whatever they are doing is being successful. So, Okay, so this I mentioned already. Now, if you want to go to get into Starnet, please let me know. So we have a base camp, which is basically a bootcamp that is for free. If you want to scan this code or talk with me and I can give you the link. If you want to learn more about Starnet for free, of course, this is the way to go. You can scan it or let me know. Then we have, I will wait a couple seconds for it. But yeah, to me, and honestly, I think Starnet is a very interesting project. I think also Solana is very interesting. And I think we need to give these entrepreneurs the opportunity to really compete against Spotify, against Instagram, against X. Otherwise, they won't win. And these guys don't care about the technology beneath. They care about having profits, right? And if blockchain don't give them profits, then they will simply leave blockchain and go for a Web2 solution such as Amazon Web Services, which is okay. It's okay. It shows that we don't have product market fit. And also, if you are a developer and want to contribute to open source, you can go into Only Dust. You can scan this QR code, and you will see a lot of different projects in Starnet and also a couple other ecosystems. And you can start making pull requests and fixing issues, and you will earn USDC. You will make a better portfolio. You will get mentored by all these repo maintainers. This is also very interesting, something that we have in the Starnet ecosystem. Basically, we pay you for your contributions. Because for us, your contributions are what drives the ecosystem. So we don't have those, we prefer to grant people this way. And I know a lot of people that actually live from this. Like, this is their actual living. So if you have a Rust developer or a Python developer or JavaScript developer, if you know a person like this, and this person wants to earn some money and also learn more, this is a good way to do it. Okay. And well, thank you very much. My name is Omar Espejel. I'm a developer advocate at Starnet. Before at Starware and before at Hugging Face. My Telegram is @EspejelOmar, also my X. So feel free to let me know. I will be around. So thank you very much, and I hope you can explore Starnet. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Please raise your hand if you have any questions that you'd like to ask. Oh, there we go.
Hi, thanks for the talk.
The Solana user.
Yeah. How hard or how easy is to migrate my current Solidity contracts to running on Cairo on Starnet? I don't know if it is.
No, I think it could be a little bit. Might be a little bit hard. Yes, it would be like migrating from Python to maybe Rust. So yes, that's a barrier. That's a barrier of maybe transitioning. But I think the powers that you can, I think that like layer 1 Ethereum is, or EVM compatible layer 2s are kind of like a Microsoft 98, and then Starnet or Solana are kind of like Microsoft XP, like an upgrade where you can do stuff that is impossible to be done in the lower version. And for this is a construction, so I'm meaning about the construction. So you can do stuff that is not possible to be done in Ethereum. So that's the catch there. But yes, it's not. It will be as migrating from JavaScript or Python to Rust. So yeah, that's a possible issue in that. Any other question?
Anyone else have a question?
No.
All right,
Okay.
thank you very much. One more round of applause for Omar, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much.